Welcome to Lesson 13. This lesson focuses on building a culture where learning is valued and continuous improvement is the norm. We'll explore how leadership, recognition, and engagement drive culture. You'll see practical strategies and examples from real organizations. Understanding culture is critical because it determines whether training programs succeed. You'll learn ways to integrate learning into daily work. This lesson builds on our previous concepts, including the 70-20-10 model. We'll discuss measurement and overcoming barriers to adoption. By the end, you'll have actionable strategies to embed learning in your workplace. Let's start creating a culture that supports growth and performance. Our objectives focus on making culture actionable. First, you'll identify the key elements that define a learning culture. You'll learn strategies to engage both leadership and employees. We will cover common barriers and how to overcome them. Measurement techniques will help you understand cultural impact. You'll see how to integrate learning into everyday work. Practical examples will illustrate concepts. You'll also learn to use recognition programs to reinforce behaviors. By the end, you'll be equipped to foster a culture that supports continuous improvement. These objectives provide a roadmap for the lesson. Before diving into culture, let's recap Lesson 12. We explored the 70-20-10 model of learning. Most learning happens on the job, reinforced by social interactions and formal training. The model emphasizes integrating learning into daily work. We discussed why it works, including evidence-based principles and performance-focused outcomes. Examples showed how on-the-job coaching and peer learning complement formal courses. Benefits include increased skill retention, engagement, and collaboration. Understanding this model helps frame why culture is so important. Culture determines whether these learning experiences succeed. Today, we'll connect these ideas to creating organizational culture. A strong learning culture matters because it drives results. Employees are more likely to apply training if learning is valued daily. It promotes continuous skill development and growth. Engagement increases when individuals feel supported in learning. Leaders who model curiosity and experimentation inspire others. Learning culture aligns development with organizational goals. Knowledge sharing and collaboration become embedded habits. It supports agility and adaptation to change. Employees are empowered to learn from mistakes. Retention improves as development becomes meaningful. Cultural reinforcement ensures learning is ongoing. Formal training alone is insufficient without supportive culture. Measurement can track progress and guide interventions. Recognition programs reward learning behaviors. Ultimately, culture is the vehicle that transforms learning from events into sustained performance improvement. Key elements define a thriving learning culture. Leadership support is essential to signal priority. Leaders model curiosity, coach, and provide resources. Recognition and reinforcement highlight desired behaviors. Peer collaboration encourages knowledge sharing and mentorship. Accessible resources include digital tools, job aids, and learning platforms. Cultural practices need to be visible and consistent. Feedback loops allow employees to improve continuously. Transparency and expectations builds trust. Everyone in the organization participates in learning, not just training teams. Clear goals link learning to performance outcomes. Policies and workflows should enable rather than hinder learning. Communication reinforces cultural norms. Collaboration fosters innovation. These elements create a self-reinforcing learning ecosystem. Leaders are the linchpins of culture. They set expectations through their actions. Modeling curiosity and experimentation signals learning is valued. Coaching and mentoring provide guidance and support. Leaders remove barriers to learning. They allocate time, budgets, and tools to enable growth. Recognition reinforces positive learning behaviors. Managers can host learning circles or brown bag sessions. Regular feedback encourages continuous improvement. Leaders align learning initiatives with strategic goals. They celebrate both individual and team development. Visibility of leaders participating in learning motivates others. Leaders also measure impact and adjust strategies. Leadership communication must be consistent and transparent. A strong leadership role accelerates adoption and embeds learning into the organization. Employee engagement is critical to sustaining culture. Curiosity should be encouraged, allowing experimentation without fear of failure. Peer coaching promotes shared learning and accountability. Mentoring programs connect experienced employees with learners. Recognition of contributions reinforces positive behaviors. Small wins build momentum. Managers should celebrate knowledge-sharing activities publicly. Feedback mechanisms help employees track growth. Gamification or micro-challenges can increase participation. Learning should be relevant to real tasks and goals. Collaboration breaks down silos and fosters innovation. Employees become self-directed in their development. Engagement strategies should be inclusive and equitable. Digital tools can facilitate participation across locations. Active involvement from employees ensures culture becomes lived, not just stated. Practical examples make culture tangible. Learning circles provide structured peer learning. Communities of practice allow skill-focused collaboration. Cross-functional project teams encourage diverse perspectives. Peer-to-peer feedback sessions foster accountability. Knowledge-sharing platforms store and disseminate insights. Micro-learning modules can be shared for just-in-time learning. Hackathons or innovation sprints stimulate experimentation. Lunch and learn sessions promote informal knowledge exchange. Shadowing programs give hands-on exposure. Recognition programs highlight contributions publicly. Tools and workflows should reinforce, not hinder, these practices. Piloting new initiatives allows testing of effectiveness. Successful practices are scaled and celebrated. Examples give employees concrete ways to engage in the culture. Barriers are inevitable when changing culture. Resistance can come from employees or leadership. Departmental silos reduce collaboration and knowledge flow. Remote or hybrid work can hinder informal learning. Generational differences influence preferred learning styles. Communication is key to overcoming resistance. Demonstrate the benefits of learning for individuals and the organization. Encourage early adopters to model behaviors. Use pilot programs to showcase success. Leaders should provide resources to ease transitions. Inclusive approaches address diverse needs. Feedback loops allow ongoing adaptation. Recognition of efforts reduces friction. Cultural reinforcement must be consistent. Addressing barriers proactively ensures lasting change. Measuring culture validates efforts and guides improvement. Track knowledge-sharing frequency using surveys or collaboration metrics. Participation in learning programs indicates adoption. Employee engagement scores reflect sentiment and motivation. Performance improvement metrics link culture to business results. Dashboards make data visible and actionable. Regular reporting keeps leaders accountable. Surveys can measure perception of learning culture. Tracking qualitative feedback provides context. Benchmarking against industry standards shows progress. Recognize trends and celebrate improvements. Adjust strategies based on findings. Transparent communication reinforces accountability. Measurement encourages continuous improvement. Metrics close the loop between culture and performance outcomes. Digital tools support a strong learning culture. Learning management systems centralize content and track progress. Collaboration platforms encourage peer-to-peer knowledge sharing. Microlearning modules provide quick, accessible learning in the flow of work. AI-driven tools can personalize learning paths. Mobile access ensures inclusion for remote employees. Gamification increases engagement. Social learning features reinforce collaboration. Analytics from digital tools help measure adoption and impact. Integrating technology reduces friction in applying learning. Digital badges recognize achievements. Tools must complement, not replace, human interaction. Ongoing evaluation ensures effectiveness. Leaders should model use of tools. Technology makes learning accessible, measurable, and scalable. This lesson's featured resource is Building a Learning Culture by Marcia Connor and James Clausen. It explains how to create environments that encourage knowledge sharing and collaboration. The book provides step-by-step strategies for engagement and recognition programs. It emphasizes leadership's role in modeling learning behaviors. Methods for integrating learning into daily work are highlighted. The book provides metrics for measuring culture impact on performance. It includes practical examples from organizations. Connor and Clausen discuss overcoming resistance. Strategies are actionable for hybrid and remote teams. Templates and checklists make implementation easier. The book helps link learning culture to performance outcomes. It is recommended for both HR and learning professionals. Concepts complement the 70-20-10 model from Lesson 12. Reading it enhances your ability to foster sustained learning. It is an essential guide to creating measurable, effective cultural change. Let's recap the key principles from this lesson. Leadership drives the learning culture through modeling and support. Engagement encourages employees to participate actively. Recognition reinforces desired behaviors and contributions. Learning is integrated into daily work, not just formal courses. Measurement helps track impact and guide adjustments. Practical examples make culture tangible. Barriers must be addressed proactively. Digital tools support and amplify learning. Peer collaboration strengthens knowledge sharing. Actionable strategies foster continuous improvement. Culture enables the 70-20-10 model to succeed. Alignment with business goals ensures relevance. Metrics connect culture to performance outcomes. Inclusion and accessibility must be considered. Sustained effort over time embeds learning into the organization. Looking ahead, technology shapes the future of learning culture. AI-driven learning personalizes pathways for employees. Microlearning delivers bite-sized content in the flow of work. Adaptive learning tools adjust difficulty based on learner progress. Analytics provide actionable insights for leaders. Gamification and interactive platforms increase engagement. Digital communities reinforce peer-to-peer learning. Tools can reduce barriers for remote or hybrid teams. Emerging technologies support continuous improvement. Leaders must evaluate tools for alignment with goals. Adoption requires communication and training. Data from tools informs recognition and reward programs. These innovations complement cultural practices. Integration ensures learning remains relevant and measurable. Organizations that embrace these trends stay agile and performance-focused. To conclude, start by assessing your current learning culture. Identify strengths, gaps, and opportunities. Engage leadership to model and support learning behaviors. Involve employees through pilot programs and initiatives. Recognize contributions to reinforce positive behaviors. Use metrics to track participation, knowledge sharing, and performance impact. Apply digital tools where appropriate to amplify efforts. Address barriers as they arise. Encourage continuous feedback and improvement. Connect culture efforts to business goals and outcomes. Share successes to motivate adoption. Continue integrating learning into daily work. Document lessons learned and adjust strategies. Plan for long-term sustainability. In the next lesson, we will explore just-in-time learning and delivering the right information at the right moment.